In the depths of space, where the light of stars barely reached, a shadow moved unnoticed, a small, stealth-class ship gliding silently toward its target. On board, a group of human operatives prepared for a mission that could change the fate of the galaxy. They were the best in their field, experts in sabotage, infiltration, and deception, handpicked for a task that few would dare to undertake. Their objective, the Harbinger, an alien superweapon capable of annihilating entire star systems. Built by the Zorith Empire, a warlike race known for their technological superiority and ruthlessness, the weapon had become a symbol of fear across the galaxy. Rumors spoke of entire civilizations vanishing in moments, their planets reduced to dust by the Harbinger's devastating power. Commander Adrian Black stood in the center of the ship's dimly lit briefing room, his gaze fixed on a holographic projection of the superweapon. Tall and composed, he radiated the calm confidence of a leader who had seen countless missions succeed against impossible odds. Around him, his team listened intently. "We have one chance," Adrian began, his voice steady and precise. "The Harbinger is stationed near the Maelstrom Nebula. Its defenses are formidable, but they're not invincible. Our mission is to infiltrate, disable the core reactor, and ensure the weapon can never be used again." Mara Cross, the team's infiltration specialist, leaned forward. "And what about the Zorith? They won't just sit back and watch." Adrian's lips curved into a faint smile. "That's why we're bringing allies." A murmur of surprise rippled through the room. Allies were rare in operations like this, especially when those allies came from species once considered enemies. But desperate times called for desperate measures. The Zorith's rise to power had threatened the delicate balance of the galaxy, forcing even rival factions to reconsider their alliances. Among their new allies were the Tarak, a species of insectoid warriors known for their honor-bound society, and the Lutheri, a nomadic race of energy manipulators with a deep understanding of technology. Both had suffered at the hands of the Zorith, and both had reasons to see the Harbinger destroyed. Hours later, the ship docked at a hidden outpost near the nebula. There, the human operatives met their new partners. Tarak General Kale, tall and imposing with chitinous armor that shimmered in the low light, eyed the humans with a mix of curiosity and skepticism. Beside him, Lutheri engineer Naira, a lithe figure surrounded by a faint halo of energy, observed silently. Adrian extended a hand. "We may come from different worlds, but today we fight for the same cause." Kale's mandibles clicked thoughtfully before he grasped Adrian's hand. For survival. The plan was simple in concept but complex in execution. The team would infiltrate the Harbinger through a maintenance shaft on its dark side, bypass its automated defenses, and plant charges on the reactor core. The challenge lay in avoiding detection long enough to complete the mission. As they approached the superweapon, the team donned their stealth suits, state-of-the-art technology that bent light and heat, rendering them nearly invisible. The ship's AI guided them through the docking process, and soon they were inside the belly of the beast. The corridors of the Harbinger were cold and metallic, illuminated by a faint blue light that pulsed in rhythm with the reactor's hum. Security drones hovered silently, their sensors sweeping the area. Mara led the way, her movements fluid and precise as she disabled surveillance systems and opened paths for the team. They moved as shadows, each step calculated and deliberate. Liam Drake, the team's explosives expert, carried a satchel filled with high-yield charges, his fingers itching with anticipation. Behind him, Naira manipulated the energy flows around them, masking their presence from the superweapon sensors. Hours passed as they navigated deeper into the structure, encountering resistance only once, a patrol of Zorith soldiers. The encounter was brief and silent, the humans' superior training and the Tarak's combat prowess leaving no witnesses. Finally, they reached the core, a massive chamber filled with conduits and energy flows converging on a central reactor. The power it radiated was palpable, a reminder of the destruction it could unleash. Liam set to work, placing charges at key structural points. Naira monitored the energy fluctuations, ensuring the charges would destabilize the core without triggering an immediate explosion. Time was of the essence. But as they finished, an alarm blared, a security breach detected. The team's presence had been discovered. Zorath reinforcements poured into the chamber, weapons drawn and ready. Adrian barked orders, and the team fell into formation, each member taking a defensive position. Kale led the charge, his blade cutting through the enemy with precision, while Mara and Liam provided cover fire. Naira, her hands glowing with energy, manipulated the reactor's power, creating barriers and disrupting enemy systems. The fight was intense, but the team held their ground, their determination unwavering. With the charges set, Adrian gave the order. Fall back. Now. The team retreated, fighting their way through the corridors as the Harbinger trembled with the impending detonation. They reached their extraction point, where their ship awaited, engines primed for a quick escape. As they departed, the charges detonated, and the core imploded. The Harbinger was no more, its threat to the galaxy eradicated. Back at the outpost, the team regrouped. Adrian looked at his allies, Human, Tarek, and Lutheri, and saw not just a coalition of necessity, but the beginnings of something greater. Today, we proved that even the fiercest enemies can find common ground, he said. And together, we can face any threat. The galaxy was vast, and the shadows it harbored were many. But the silent saboteurs had shown that even in the darkest places, hope could be found.